we're a connector. We're connecting companies, we're connecting nonprofits to resources, and this is that time to continue to engage in that work.
This is Hourglass, the podcast for United Way of King County in Seattle. Coming up, a conversation about our community partnership kit offerings, packages loaded with essential items for King County residents based on needs identified by neighborhood-based organizations. Assembling and distributing those kits is part of a volunteer project known as Kit Builds, and we've hosted kit builds for companies and organizations in our area for more than a year. For this week's episode, we chatted with Alexis Silva, United Way Senior Community Volunteer and Engagement Manager, on several topics regarding community partnership offerings, including the project's origins, its impact, and what it means to the ever-changing volunteer landscape. We'll also hear from United Way Chief Philanthropy Officer Anna Cronin about our Year-End Fundraising Campaign and discuss our upcoming free tax preparation campaign. I'm your host, Joe Burris. Thanks for tuning in. At United Way of King County, we never stop creating ways to support our communities as we work to ensure that everyone has enough to eat, a place to stay, and the finances to meet their daily needs. United Way is a trusted partner to more than 140 local nonprofits, giving us insight into the needs our neighbors face across King County. We have the expertise to connect companies with volunteer opportunities that align with the company's values and fulfill community needs. That is the impetus behind our community partnership kit offerings, packages loaded with essential items for King County residents based on needs identified by neighborhood-based organizations. The practice of assembling and distributing those kits are projects known as kit builds. United Way helps facilitate kit builds by gathering supplies, organizing staff, and helping prepare those kits. And we're not alone. Kit builds are performed by United Way agencies nationwide. Each agency offers various types of kits to address the needs of their communities. That includes hygiene kits for people experiencing homelessness. Those kits can include shampoo, soap, toothpaste, and toothbrushes. Winter safety kits for people experiencing homelessness in the winter months. Winter safety kits include gloves, hats, and scarves. Food kits to support individuals facing food insecurity. And those kits can contain canned goods, cooking oils, dry pasta, and nuts. Our kits address critical needs by connecting the local business community with local nonprofits. Because needs shift throughout the year, kit themes may change accordingly. Rather than offering a fixed menu of preset kits, we work in collaboration with our partner organizations to identify the most urgent needs in real time. This flexible, responsive approach is part of our commitment to equity and racial justice and ensures that each kit is rooted in community voice and real-world impact. United Way of King County kit builds are priced at $2,500 for 200 kits. Kit amounts can be increased by increments of 100. United Way of King County launched our Community Partnership Kit Offerings project in October of last year. Since then, we've distributed nearly 10,000 kits to communities while serving 39 nonprofit partners and raising around $75,000. United Way is proud to provide community partnership kit offerings as we support volunteering that centers the needs of our neighbors. For this week's episode of Hourglass, we've asked Alexis Silva, United Way Senior Community Volunteer and Engagement Manager, to speak on topics such as the origins of our community partnership kit offerings, its impact, and what it means to the ever-changing volunteer landscape. Here's what Alexis had to say.
I think that we hit a point as an organization where we were seeing a lot of our community partners struggle with taking on large amounts of volunteers for short periods of time, for random days during the week, for large projects, for large amounts of people. And we saw that there was a little bit of a struggle happening and a disconnect from our nonprofit partners connecting with companies who wanted to engage. So, when people think about volunteering, I think they often are imagining something simple, showing up, lending a hand, and doing good. But the reality is that our nonprofit partners are really limited with staff time, staff availability, and the resources to be able to put on some of these high-level projects that I think companies are expecting. And we saw firsthand what it takes to make a volunteer experience meaningful and responsible. And with this Kit Builds new project, we saw that if we were able to handle the coordination, sourcing of the materials, transportation, handle the staff time, and hold those partnerships with community organizations with more care so they can continue to do critical work in the community, we knew that this model was for us. So companies will participate with Kit Builds through United Way, and they're not just sending employees to volunteer, but they're also investing financially into the work. So those dollars not only help cover materials and logistics and staff capacity, but they're ensuring that United Way is able to continue doing the work to ensure that our nonprofit partners have the resources, the money, and the staff time to be able to continue their day-to-day work, with direct community. And so that was intentional. United Way's approach to volunteerism is just really rooted in the belief that our community organizations shouldn't have to choose between welcoming volunteers and protecting their already limited resources. So Kit Builds were just a small way. It's not the only way that we're showing up, but it's just a small way that we're able to meet some real identified needs, have companies do their volunteer projects, at their locations, at their company locations. They're able to have staff bonding time, learn more about the organizations who they're making kits for, and they're able to see in real time, what needed items our community is asking for, and they're able to provide that. We invite our nonprofit partners to join us, when we go and do a kit build, and they have an opportunity to make a real ask, not a big, there's 50 people coming and they're going to come and, you have to find something for them to do. But they're able to make a targeted ask and say, hey, you're here doing this and this is great as a team. But if anyone individually wants to volunteer, here's opportunities that we need filled. And they're able to put in a plug to invite and encourage people to engage with long-term volunteering versus just a big staff day where they're going and deploying these large amounts of groups. They're able to really make an ask to have more meaningful connection with these people and with these companies. So it just really makes the experience more powerful, and it's rooted in that collaboration and investment. We want our companies to know that they have to invest. It's not just about showing up one day and doing something. It's about investing the time, investing the money, and investing in our community.
Now, tell us a little bit about some of the sample Kit Build themes and sort of why they were chosen.
Yeah, so we originally had a smattering of kind of kit builds that we were offering. But as we continued, we really leaned into our community partners and found that there was no preset kit build that we should be doing because every nonprofit has different needs. Everybody is working with different kinds of communities, different levels of work. And so every time we're engaging with the kit build, I sit one-on-one with the nonprofit partner who's receiving those items and create a list that makes sense for the work that they're doing. That way, they're not receiving items that they actually don't need. I never want my nonprofit partners to feel like they just have to accept it because, United Way is offering or a company's offering, but they can accept it, feel good about accepting it, and feel good knowing that it's going to go back in real time. It's going to be used, actually needed, and wanted by the community.
Okay. And for what we've done thus far, what are some examples of organizations, companies that have engaged in this activity, and what kind of kits have they made?
Yeah, so we've done some pretty fabulous kit builds. We have worked with some of our largest partners from Nordstrom to PACCAR Incorporation. And we've done food kits.
Mm-hmm.
We've done general hygiene kits.
Mm-hmm.
We were able to work with a nonprofit who needed natural hair care kits and created a kit that offered some really like high-end items that clients were not able to maybe purchase themselves or afford. And we partnered with Nordstrom to provide those specific items out to this community partner for an event that they were doing. T-Mobile just created backpacks and donated around, I want to say, 300 backpacks out into community at the beginning of the school year. And we've seen really great success with this. We're working on creating some larger scale kit builds to provide, these items out into communities. And it's been going very well. I would say, even the Gates Foundation, they just had a kit build and they provided a mix of hygiene and food items to the multi-service center that exists in Federal Way.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So then can you tell me a little bit about the logistics with it? How many people? What does it cost? What's the time frame? How does that work?
Yeah, great question. So we've recently just updated our program and how we are kind of engaging with this work. And so kit builds will now start at 200 kits for $2,500. And a company can come to us. They can go on our website and fill out a form to get in contact with us. If they're able to give like a 3 to 4 week head time prior to their event, that's really helpful because it gives me time to work with the nonprofit, order the materials, make sure that all the items get to either the office for United Way or to that company, and ensure that we just have enough time to facilitate the logistics. But a company can reach out and the kits just start at 200, and that is good for about like 20 people for a good like hour, maybe about an hour and a half of time. So it's perfect if you just want to do like a lunch and learn moment with your team, if you want to just do a quick end of day kind of event with your team. It offers a lot of flexibility because we can do it kind of during those special times or really limited kind of areas where like our nonprofit partners weren't able to like meet that need because having to put something together for a specific time, a specific date for only like this amount of time, it can be difficult. So with this process, we're able to be more flexible and meet the needs of our companies while also ensuring that our community is getting what they need.
So now we're talking about this at the close of 2025. Do you have any kit builds that are coming up? Are there any people that have already signed up? And if not, and how can folks listening to this, really get involved if they want to get involved ASAP?
Yeah, that's wonderful question. We have a great kit build coming up with Nordstrom for MLK Day of Service. They are going to pull together hundreds of their staff to come together to put together 800 kits to go out into community to support our benefits hubs. And you may have heard about those on some of the other Hourglass podcasts, but our benefit hubs are supporting students in real time at our community colleges. And so we'll be providing to all of our benefit hubs and be able to ensure that they get 100 kits each to pass out to students who are in need. And we'll be putting together maybe some hygiene, food kind of items to be put out into community that week. So it's quite exciting. And Nordstrom is one of our largest partners to engage with this work, and they're doing it really large scale. I would say that if people want to continue to engage with United Way, definitely keep your eyes open for maybe more than kit builds, because we can do those, but we have so many other opportunities coming up around MLK Day. Mm-hmm. April is our month of volunteering. Mm-hmm. We'll have lots of opportunities going on there, and it will all culminate to our large event that's going to be happening at the end of the year, which is the Pack the Bus. And that's going to be basically a large-scale kit build where we're going to invite some of our top partners and companies to come and join us to put out about 2,500 kits out into communities in partnership with communities in schools of Greater King County. And we'll be providing summer materials to support families during that summertime. And so there's lots of exciting opportunity there for sure.
Great. My last question to you is that what does this say right now about the current landscape of volunteerism and what you think is the future of it?
Great question. I really think that right now we're kind of in this in-between moment where as a community and as a society, like we have an opportunity to really show that we're not going to stop showing up. It's not enough to just write a check or to say that you support a cause. We really have a need out here. Our nonprofit partners are hurting. And, whether that's volunteering, whether that's making a donation, could be monetary, but it also could be in kind. We're coming up in a year of, getting more gifts around the holidays. And so there may be opportunity to donate gently used items to a nonprofit that exists in your community. I think that we're really just at a point where we need to be making some fierce, strong steps towards standing strong with our community partners. And United Way is doing that. We are looking at the landscape and we're saying no, we are still going to show up and we're going to still share this responsibility for community well-being and show our community partners that they can walk along with us on the journey. We're a connector. We're connecting companies. We're connecting nonprofits to resources. And this is that time to continue to engage in that work. So it's really exciting. There's lots of opportunity and lots of need out there. So if you want to engage, please check out our volunteer website on unitedway.com. We have lots of opportunities with many nonprofit partners. We have opportunities up for MLK Day of Service. And of course, we have these kit offerings where we're doing this in partnership. So it's really exciting and an opportunity to continue doing that work.
Alexis Silva, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you so much, Joe.
For more information about our community partnership kit offerings, log on to United Way of King County's volunteer page at uwkc.org/volunteer and click on Group Volunteering. And now a word about United Way of King County's Year-End Fundraising Campaign, which will bolster our efforts to address hunger and food insecurity in our region.
Hi, I'm Anna Cronin, Chief Philanthropy Officer at United Way of King County, and I'd like to take a minute to talk about something that matters deeply to me: hunger in our community. Groceries are more expensive than ever, and programs like SNAP are under attack. Families are struggling to keep food on the table. These are our neighbors here in King County. That's where United Way comes in. This year, thanks to generous community members like you, we've delivered groceries to over 6,700 families through our grocery delivery program. That's over 150,000 deliveries for 18,000 neighbors. But there's still more work to do, and we're not stopping until everyone has enough to eat. Take Jamie, a mother of 4 in South Seattle. She couldn't safely access her local food bank due to unreliable transportation. Weekly grocery deliveries brought her family stability, hope, and nourishment. She told us, "These days it's hard to afford food. I appreciate you guys sending me grocery boxes. It helps me take care of my kids, my dad, and myself, especially with me being pregnant right now." Every delivery isn't just food. It's security, relief, and a reminder that someone cares. That's the power of your support. As this year comes to a close, we need your help to keep food on the table for thousands of families. By giving to our year-end fundraising campaign, your generosity directly provides fresh groceries, free school meals, and emergency food assistance. And right now, every dollar you give will be matched by our board of directors, doubling your impact for those who need it most this holiday season. Join us as we unite against hunger. Give at uwkc.org/donate. And from all of us at United Way, thank you for connecting families to the food they need to thrive, and happy holidays. Hope doesn't quit, and neither do we.
United Way of King County's free tax preparation campaign is gearing up for another tax season. Funded by United Way, the IRS, and the City of Seattle, United Way's free tax prep service is for individuals who make up to $80,000 a year or up to $96,000 for non-single filers. United Way tax prep specialists help clients understand their tax situations and take advantage of benefits such as the Earned Income Tax Credit and the Working Families Tax Credit. In 2025, United Way served 18,200 of our neighbors, helping them access more than $16 million in tax credits and refunds. United Way tax sites will open on January 25th, but currently we are seeking volunteers for more than 20 free tax prep locations throughout King County, including sites at the downtown Seattle Library and in South Center Mall, as well as our virtual tax site. Volunteers are fully trained and IRS certified. To sign up, log on to uwkc.org/taxvolunteer. At United Way of King County, we are working side by side with communities to build an equitable future for everyone. Hourglass United Way is a podcast that highlights how we and our partners spend time making a difference in our communities. Our work is made possible by the generous donations from people like you. Please send comments and suggestions about our podcast to hourglassunitedway@gmail.com. To learn more about our work or to support United Way, log on to uwkc.org. I'm your host, Joe Burris. Thanks for listening. Until next time.